Hey friends, happy Monday, April the 22nd, day 182 of Experiencing God. How have you experienced God today? So today I experienced God through a divine appointment. Have you guys ever been in the right place at the right time and you know it was a God thing? That's a divine appointment. And I had one of those tonight. I had it in TJ Maxx. Now listen, if you don't hear anything else I've said to you tonight, you can have a divine appointment in TJ Maxx. Tell me that's not exciting. And so tonight was the night that I went out with my prayer team this week, and we met at church and we prayed before we went. And one of the ladies on the prayer team, on the street ministry team, she was praying last week, and the Lord revealed to her a wooden ornate structure. And when she saw it, she saw TJ Maxx. She thought it was in TJ Maxx. And so we met tonight at church and we prayed and we decided we were going to go to TJ Maxx, and we did. And so before we all met tonight, I was praying and I saw myself praying with this lady, helping her to pray for someone. And so I was like, hey, there's a team of us, there's 4 of us. I was like, hey, I'm going to go with this, this girl. Do you guys, the other 2, you want to go together? And so we broke up into teams of 2 and we were walking around TJ Maxx and we prayed for one lady, and then we heard something. And so we walked around the aisle and came to the back of the aisle, and there was a man there. And I was like, hey, we walked by him and then we came back and I was like, hey, would you like prayer? And he was like, are you kidding me? And I was like, oh, no, I'm not kidding you. Would you like prayer? And he was like, yes. He was like, this is so wild. I need prayer. And so this man, he might be in his late 30s, early 40s. He had just spoken to his mom today. He had called her. He's away from his family. He's doing some construction work. That's just a small time in town. He kind of hops around from place to place, and he had called his mom and he needed some help, and he had her pray for him because he wasn't quite sure how to pray. He needed someone to pray for him. And so, we were in TJ Maxx and we were looking for this person we were supposed to pray for, and there he was. That is a divine appointment. At that moment, that man felt so loved by God that he would encounter someone who would pray for him when he was trying to have prayer but didn't even know what to say. And so we were like, yeah, we prayed for him, and we laid oil on his head and we prayed for him in the Spirit, and I had him repeat after me, and the Holy Spirit touched this man so much. He was visibly changed. He was kind of shaking. He was sweating. He felt the power of God. And after we prayed, he recommitted his life to the Lord. And after we prayed, he was like, was that you? And I was like, nope, that was the Holy Spirit. And he was so overwhelmed by the goodness of God that God saw him, that God saw he was searching for him, that God saw his need, and that God responded out of goodness to send 2 people there to pray for him, to help him. And so I want to encourage you. You can have a divine appointment. You can have a divine appointment to help someone, but God can also send people to help you. So I want to encourage you, pray for divine appointments. God uses them. He used them in Acts chapter 8 when the Egyptian eunuch met with Philip. And Philip, the Lord told Philip where to go, and there was a man there reading the Bible, and he didn't understand what he was reading. But God sent Philip to help this Egyptian man learn what he was reading. And that man was baptized. He gave his life to the Lord. Divine appointments point to God. They point to his goodness. They draw men to him. And you can have one in TJ Maxx. Have a great night.